Find the quantity 2 times 10 to the negative fourth times the quantity 6 times 10 to the negative third. Write your answer in scientific notation. First, let's write the problem. The quantity 2 times 10 to the negative fourth times the quantity 6 times 10 to the negative third. We can use the commutative property of multiplication to write the whole number factors first and then the powers of 10. So we have 2 times 6 times 10 to the negative fourth times 10 to the negative third. Now, use the associative property of multiplication to group the whole number factors and the powers of 10. So group 2 times 6 and group 10 to the negative fourth times 10 to the negative third. Now we can evaluate the groupings. 2 times 6 is 12. For the powers of 10, we can use the product of powers property, which states that to multiply powers with the same base, add their exponents. Negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7, so 10 to the negative fourth times 10 to the negative third is 10 to the negative seventh. Remember that a number is written in scientific notation when it is represented as the product of a factor and a power of 10. The factor must be at least 1 and less than 10. In this case, our factor is 12, which is greater than 10, so we have not yet written the product in scientific notation. We need to write 12 in scientific notation. Let's review how to write a number in scientific notation. First, you move the decimal point to the right of the first non-zero digit. Then, you count the number of places you moved the decimal point. This determines the exponent of the power of 10. For a number greater than or equal to 10, you use a positive exponent when you move the decimal point to the left. For a number between 0 and 1, you use a negative exponent when you move the decimal point to the right. So, we need to move the decimal point to the right of the first non-zero digit, which in this case is the 1 in the tens place. Count the number of places the decimal point will move. 1. The decimal point will move 1 place. Because the number is greater than 10, we use a positive exponent. So we can write 12 as 1 and 2/10 times 10 to the first. And then this is still multiplied by 10 to the negative seventh. We can use the product of powers property again to simplify the powers of 10. So first we write 1 and 2/10. 1 plus negative 7 is negative 6. So 10 to the first times 10 to the negative seventh is 10 to the negative sixth. This number is now in scientific notation. So the quantity 2 times 10 to the negative fourth times the quantity 6 times 10 to the negative third is equal to 1 and 2/10 times 10 to the negative sixth.